So I wanted to. You're writing now Female Furies.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to talk a little bit about the characters in that.
Yep.
Who are the Female Furies?
So, Female Furies is part of Jack Kirby's New Gods. So, the characters that I'm dealing with are Darkseid and Granny Goodness, and the Female Furies, which is a super elite fighting team on Apocalypse. Big Barda, Mad Harriet, Lashina, Stampa, Bernadette, and Aurelie.
And these were all created by Jack Kirby
Yes.
when he was doing the New Gods era.
Yes.
And what was it? What's it like to work in that universe? And
Oh my God, it's so fun. I mean, it's amazing. You know, I read his whole omnibus of the New Gods, which is like 1,400 pages long,
wow.
and was just so inspired by, all of the intricacies and the world that he had created, and the sort of seed of the idea was like that it would be kind of, the Furies having sort of a feminist awakening on Apocalypse. Because, although they are an elite fighting force, even in Kirby's world, even now, they are not in Darkseid's inner circle. And, in the time that we're in now, I kind of wanted to examine, like, well, what would a feminist awakening look like on Apocalypse? And what does systemic, those kinds of systemic problems happen? I mean, we live in Hollywood. I mean, just look at Harvey Weinstein and like the Hollywood system.
Of course.
Like, what would happen if you sort of took that kind of dynamic and placed it on the female, Apocalypse and the Female Furies, which, quite honestly is already there. It's not like Jack Kirby didn't have that stuff in there already. So, so that's been really interesting, but it's hard turning that stuff up to 11 because it's like, oh, this is
painful.
terrible.
You're like, oh, I can't let this shouldn't be happening.
Yes,
like,
and yet, so
but
there's a lot of that.
It's good. You have to make people aware of it so you can teach them right from wrong. You know, and see, like, it's really interesting because, growing up, I feel like the Female Furies were like the elite team. So it's interesting that they were like, they're not respected enough just because they're women. It's like, doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
And it's cool to examine that.
Yeah. And yet if you read Mr. Miracle or the New Gods or anything like that, it's right there. I mean, they're like, you female, you woman. It's like, so, it's really interesting. And I have to kind of figure out how to thread that needle, like how to do it, but not turn it up so much that it's like, whoa,
this is too much.
Yeah, it's too much, Cecil. Too bright. So but it's been really fun, and those characters are just amazing. I mean, Granny and Big Barda and Matt. I mean, the Furies. They're just incredible. Mr. Miracle. You know.
Absolutely.
Yeah.